welcome back to Sunday Morning Chat. Sorry about no episode last week, but lives got busy. There's been a lot that has happened in the past week with Gamescom and all the announcements that happened during then. Very surprised because I knew Gamescom had announcements like that, but there seemed to be just so many this time around. However, joining us today we have Desired Ajon.
Yo.
Subbytech11 and Papsmear Panda.
Yo.
I guess kick it off with saying that, or asking the time-old question. Desired Ajon, what are you playing?
No, I've been playing that Aliens Fireteam, and I've been greatly enjoying myself. You see, as a person who likes to, try different classes, I found that the Demolition is absolutely the best.
Yeah, I'll have to
Would you
agree
like to
with
know
you on
why?
that. Yeah, why is the Demolisher like the best class in the game?
Reason being because, one, he has a smart gun that auto-locks on the enemies within range and also not even close out of range. Two, that has 200 bullets.
Cheater.
You're just a hater who was behind the curb in understanding how to fight aliens. But that's okay. We'll continue. Three,
Yes,
he
senpai.
has shoulder rockets. My nigga's like a mini human predator. And on top of that, he has a nice AoE that says back the fuck up.
Yeah, no, in all honesty, that Aliens game is pretty fun, especially when you go into Horde mode. And Blizz is correct. I played the Gunner, I played a little bit of Recon, I played a little bit of all of them, but I just tried the Demolisher, and it is a little overpowered. That smart gun just auto locks onto things. It destroys everything in its path. Those rockets are ridiculous. And then the fact that it has like that concussion grenade that tells things to back the fuck up. It is very bad when they have ammo boxes that have unlimited ammo in them too. So it doesn't help out the game.
It seemed like a little OP of a character.
It's extremely OP. I'm almost certain that they'll patch it at some point, or maybe they just really don't care. But it's pretty fucking strong. But what about you, Paps? What have you been playing?
Can anybody take a guess?
Final Fantasy 14.
Final Fantasy 14.
You are correct.
Still
I've
playing it.
Final Fantasy 14.
Yes.
Well, the new update comes out soon, right? In November. I mean, that's just right around the corner, man.
Like I still got my level 80 Red Maid. I have a level 76 Dancer and a level 72 Paladin.
So the 80's the cap
That's
right
it?
now, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's your next after you get those other two to cap 80? What are you gonna do?
Well, once my Dancer is at level 80, I'm probably gonna start raising a Samurai up.
Oh,
Dear God.
God, the best deeps, the samurai.
Those other games.
Yeah.
Like what?
Exactly. Shut the fuck up. So
Well, truth be told, I will be getting Tales of Arise on Friday.
Yeah, that's
so.
I was gonna say that's next Friday.
I was just playing that again yesterday, too.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Subby, you should come over and like play it on here because I'm gonna buy it.
Dying a lot, because that's what I did when I was playing.
You could come on here and just film a little first look on it. I don't know because I'm gonna buy it. Anyways, Subbytech, what have you been playing?
Oh, Final Fantasy 14.
No, yeah.
Black Mage, level 15. Get on. What up?
That's like a very difficult class to play too.
What world are you playing on?
I forgot the name. It's with the B. Belagos or something?
I wonder if you're even on my server then.
I don't think you're on your server.
I don't want to be on your server.
You're probably not on the Crystal server.
Which one on my server?
Crystal server.
But besides that, I did beat Uncharted 3 last night, so I can finally make my way to Uncharted 4.
Have you never beaten those Uncharted
first
games?
time?
Yeah, it's just nice to kind of rekindle it all again.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess. I thought
Uncharted 4 is like such a difference from the first three. I didn't realize that. Because I think the first three PS3, and then Uncharted 4 was on PS4.
So you could be playing fucking Aliens with us or something, but instead you're just doing that.
Exactly.
I mean, you could play again. Horde mode's now. Horde mode's it's fun. It's so fun.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
It is. It's fun.
I've been waiting to beat the campaign with you guys.
No, let's beat the campaign. We'll run you through it.
Let's go right now.
Apparently, Mark already beat the campaign because I threw the game on his fucking on his PC because he has my profile on his PC, and it just loaded all my shit onto his PC. Like so, I guess he already beat it. So
Well,
Yeah,
that's
it's pretty
why he gets a
easy.
skill.
anyways,
Oh, and it is kind of fun though.
that is pretty awesome that everybody's playing almost the same shit. I'm not really playing anything besides Aliens. I had a long ass work week, so I didn't really have much time to play anything or do
Same
anything.
here.
Honestly, I worked like 10 days straight, so that was fucking annoying. Anyways, let's get into the podcast, the meat and potatoes of this podcast. We've all brought topics from this past week or from randomness in our minds, such as Blizz. And we're gonna start with Pap Smear Panda. What's your topic today?
Well, as we talked about before, my topic's going to be about Final Fantasy 14 and why I love it.
What?
I'm just kidding. It's not gonna be. It's going to be about the Gamescom announcement for Saints Row and the reboot/reimagining they're doing for the series.
Yeah. Motherfuckers.
Saints Row 1?
It's just Saints Row.
Yeah, I
It's a
think it's just
reboot.
called Saints Row.
Yeah.
I think it's like a reimagining of it where you're not going to have your Gat and, well, I can't remember, Pierce and what's that, Shandy.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
I
original
hear about
Saints.
that. It's not going to be all OP now.
It's kind of more grounded. Like, I mean, let's be real. Looking at that trailer, I would have thought it'd been like a trailer for like Watch Dogs 2 or something.
That's what it looked like, man. I mean, you had that guy on the bike with the helmet on that is all like techno-ish and whatnot. It's got the little LED shit on it. I don't know.
Kind of gave me vibes from the first two.
I don't know. I
Like
kind
when you
of.
first hear about it back in the day.
I can see that, but I mean, the fact that you already have like I can understand. I feel like when you go like the prequel route and then introduce kind of like the Saints and everything, but the fact that they're just going with new people, new cast, as of we know now, new cast and everything, it just seems kind of a weird move in
Hope
their
they're
part.
good.
Yeah, I think honestly, I'm a little weirded out by this whole new the Saints Row, the reimagining of it. First off, I didn't really think it needed a reimagining to me. I mean, they just released the HD versions and everything not too long ago, and just kind of making the cast look how they do right now just doesn't seem. I don't know. It doesn't scream Saints Row to me. It just feels like a whole nother game from the trailer. Obviously, I haven't played it. Nobody's played it, but I'm a little excited and a little bit annoyed.
Yeah, I can see, because in a sense, I mean, it would be kind of hard to do like Saints Row 5 with how they made the story, where before Saints Row 3 started getting a little bit off the wall, and then Saints Row 4 like in a virtual reality, and then the DLC where you go back to hell and save Johnny Gat.
Yeah.
It seemed like at that point there was only so much they can do in terms of how wild and crazy they can get it, that they had to kind of take a step back. But
yeah, I mean, didn't in 4 you had like superpowers and you went to hell and you did it. Yeah, 'cause, I mean,
you were flying around and just straight up flying and superpowers and overpowered as shit. You didn't even need a gun in that game.
They could have just asked me to write the plot for Saints Row.
nah, that wouldn't have been
You
okay.
wrote, I feel like you were the one who wrote the most recent one.
Actually, no, that's way too tame for that. if he would have wrote the plot for Saints Row, it would have been started off as Saints Row and then quickly evolved into like Bloodborne or something. It wouldn't have made much sense there.
No, we don't have to go for sense. We're looking for, good gameplay, a nice ass whooping, several deaths.
No, that's not what Saints Row is about. Saints Row is about just hilariousness, man. But I don't know. As far as this new one looks right now, I got to watch a little bit of it during Gamescom and stuff. I'm just a little annoyed with the character, the creation, the designs of everything. Them reimagining something that really didn't need to be reimagined. It was fine the way it was. I actually liked the first and second Saints Rows, because I liked how kind of they were on the more serious side, but second one got a little weird, and third one just went way off the fucking rails. So, and then of course the fourth one just flew into the sky somewhere. But
do you think that they could have just remade their series with a whole different franchise title?
Yeah,
done away with it?
They could have like renamed their
Or
series.
lost everyone?
Well, it could have been a whole different gang series.
Kind of do that. They kind of did like I won't say like, they did a whole different, it was like the Agents of forgot what it was called. Like, they
Yeah,
made some
but
like Agents of Something game that was kind of, I think, from the same company.
See, I
That
really
was.
remember the name.
I think it was Agents of Mayhem or something. And
Yeah, there we go.
That one was not a Saints Row type game. It was obviously the same company and a little bit towards the same art design, but I think that was like a MOBA or something. It wasn't.
It wasn't
like
a MOBA.
It was something else. It was not a fucking single player game.
It was single player because I played it, and I
What?
don't play multiplayer games.
Did you beat it?
No. I got burnt out by me like halfway, 3/4 of the way through.
Oh, nice. That means it's good.
But no, it was kind of like you had like the big hub, like your big space station hub world, and then you kind of go down to the place, and I think everything was broken up into missions or something like that, if I recall.
Huh.
But it was still Saints Row-y enough where you're still doing the stealing vehicles and causing mayhem like Saints Row. So that was kind of like what Subi was talking about, where they kind of rebranded under a different title, and it fell flat on its face.
Yeah, I mean, it was because you were playing as like cops or something like that. You weren't really playing as.
Yeah, you're playing as like these like kind of like super agents. Each one had like their own, they're like classes, if you will.
It looks really stupid. I'm like looking at it right now. That's probably why I didn't play it. I got a 7 out of 10 on IGN, but like.
There you go. That's like Game of the Year material right there.
No, it's not.
Lucky 7, nice.
I don't know. I'll probably pick up Saints Row at some point. This newer Saints Row at some point when it's like on sale or something like that. I don't like the direction it looked like it was going. It looked like everybody was like very like new wave college kid kind of like you wouldn't even be in a gang. Like what the you would not be a gang, dude. Like you don't look anything like somebody that would be in a gang.
The way I think I saw like a comment on Reddit or something kind of made it sound like it looked like a road trip, a little college road trip or something like that. Didn't seem really kind of like saintsy.
Yeah, it didn't seem like Saints Row. Even the third game, being as wild as it was, still seemed very Saints Row.
Mm-hmm. It was like this one might be like the style of the third one, based off the weapons and the way things kind of looked. It seemed kind of very Saints Row 3 vibes to me. If that's the way they're going for. Which
is okay. I just still wasn't asking for it, like kind of thing. I'm in the middle of the road on that one. It's like I liked Saints Row. I thought it was fun, but I don't really care at the same time.
At least they're coming out with new games on like Rockstar over here.
Yeah, fuck you, Rockstar. It's been like 7 years and you haven't released GTA 6. You just keep upping GTA 5 for shit. Also, fuck you, Bethesda, with your goddamn re-release of fucking Skyrim again. Now it has fishing.
You didn't think Todd Howard can do it, but he did it.
Did you know that now it is the most re-released game in history?
What was the original one? I wanted to say Diablo, but
no, I forgot. It's the most reported game in history, and I forgot what the other one was.
I think I saw something from them saying in people's like response is when you guys are going to stop reporting this game, and they said when you guys stop buying it. So everyone keeps buying it every time.
Still buying it.
I don't think anybody's buying it. I think they're just reporting it.
I did buy the Xbox One version of Skyrim just because it came with the mod support.
Yep, I bought that.
Outside of that, I don't like.
That's on PC, anyways. You buy it once on PC, you're done.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was rebuying it. I think they're fucking lying to us. I think they're just doing this. I think they're just doing this to troll us because after the first time
I'm not buying it.
Yeah, when it got mod support for the console, I bought it. I was gonna get it on the PC when I finally got a PC, but I didn't care to get it. And like Subby said, once you get it on the PC one time, you're good. You don't even fucking need fishing because there's probably a fishing mod somewhere.
And I mean, let's be real. Like even with all the mod support, once you put all the mods you want in, the base game is still Skyrim. It's still the gameplay of Skyrim. Like no amount of mods can really change it. So I think when I bought the Xbox One version, I put less than like 10 hours into it just because I was like, oh yeah, this is still Skyrim.
Yeah, dude. No. Like I put the mods on and I had like massive powers and everything. And I think I went just around slaughtering things for at least a day or two. And then that was it, man. I mean, there's nothing you could do.
Still just Skyrim. I think they're just releasing now for the record. And they're going to keep releasing it just to maintain their record.
What they need to do,
they want to be the top reported.
They need to like figure out how to fucking add some co-op shit in these single player, Elder Scrolls games. because that would be cool. At least like a 2-player co-op.
Did Fallout ever do that? Well, the 76, I guess, but it's not really.
No, I'm not talking about a
Yeah.
shitty fucking MMORPG because those are both stupid. Like ESO and Fallout 76. Fuck, I'm just talking about a normal co-op system in the game. You know, something that Halo Infinite probably can't handle, I guess.
Apparently 343 doesn't know how to do it either.
How do you do co-op campaign again? I don't know. We've been doing it for years, but
It's just, we had it in 4, had it in 5, and I don't know how the fuck we do it in 6.
we had it
I
in
don't get
3. What do we do?
How do we just make 2 Master Chiefs going or 4 Master Chiefs going in the same missions? Like we just can't figure it out.
Yeah,
Give us 3 more months, we got it.
Yeah, just give us 90 days, and we'll definitely patch it, and it'll be in there when you guys are already played through the campaign, and it doesn't matter anymore.
Exactly.
Fucking assholes. I feel like this game should just be extended. Like there's no point.
Yeah, just don't even release it this year.
Yeah, just extend it,
They're
please.
just trying to cash the holiday sales at this point, and Microsoft is all like, okay, listen, fuckers. This is our flagship title.
Our flagship title. It's releasing with a new fucking Infinite console, whatever.
They already got pushed back for the chips.
It's
the
so
chip release.
It's so dumb. Anyways,
Hey.
yeah, dude, Saints Row had me a little weirded out. That's for sure.
Hey, and other, slight different news is people saw that Sony's going to do their state of play next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks interesting.
Next Thursday.
God of War Ragnarok gets shown more.
I think they just outright said like no PSVR 2, but I think in other state of plays they also outright said like no God of War, nothing. So the fact that they're just kind of singling out PSVR mean that they might see some God of War, some other surprises.
Yeah, that would be cool. Some new God of War stuff or really anything. I'd like to see if they did some, because I know they were in talks with Netflix to be putting games on Netflix. I'd like to see if there's any truth to that.
I'm sure they talk about it.
Just like GameFly, but Netflix. That's nice.
No, it's just like Netflix. It's not like
Netflix.
It's
I
just
know for them.
Do you remember GameFly though?
I know, but GameFly send game to your doors. Netflix, you just play the game.
I'm saying it's the same thing, pretty much.
But it's not
It's like,
though, because
that's pretty much like
sends,
PS Now.
Yeah,
there we go. Yep.
Yeah, you're streaming a game and not getting a game sent to your door. You're just streaming a game on Netflix.
Talking about the concept, not the actual.
Right, but the concept would be
Yeah,
totally
the
different.
concept.
You can steal it and then cancel your subscription.
Good times.
Yeah, but that concept is 100% different.
I used to buy my games through GameFly because they were always way cheaper than everywhere else.
Yeah, because they were fucking like everybody rubbed their dick on them and shit. Like that's why they were like fucking cheap.
Hey, as long as they can,
Destroyed.
like PS3 and PS4 can read the discs, that's all that matters. They can rub their balls on them for all I care.
I'd rather just go to fucking GameStop, I guess, and at least get some cover art and shit. Like,
Well, they send you it.
I
they
know,
send
but
you it.
they did, but it was really trashy. I don't know. I had GameFly for a while, and yeah, it was,
And then if you had your membership long enough, you got those free $5 every month for rewards. And then you can just play a game for free.
yeah. I had
All the games I bought from GameFly used all came with like the case and manual and everything in like perfect condition.
Dude,
Just
I
like
got
a
like
ball
one
smudge.
game from GameFly, like bought it. I got a ton of them, just rented them, but like the one that I had, it was in horrible condition.
Do they still do that?
No,
GameFly?
or yeah, it actually is still around, I believe.
Yeah, still around. I know. I still got their flyers for like used games and stuff, so they're definitely still around.
It's
Yeah,
fucking
it's used
pointless
game.
though. It's fucking pointless to have. Like, yeah, it's just
I
super
love
fucking
those
pointless
days,
to have.
knowing that my game came in the mail that day.
Yeah, no, I miss the excitement of like either checking the mailbox for a game that you ordered or going to a midnight release and having, hard
Especially that.
copies of games and everything. It definitely adds that much more excitement when you're going to pick up a hard copy of a game.
Did that for Reach. I bought the limited book, the limited console, the limited edition game.
Were you
Felt
all
like a
there?
baller.
Was it Reach that we were all there for?
Yeah, it was Reach that we were all there
Yeah.
for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
I
we
know.
immediately rushed home, plugged it in for our legendary playthrough, and
Yeah.
stayed up all night.
Me, you, and Bravo stayed up all night.
I think it didn't. I thought Bravo gave. I don't think he made it to the end.
Yeah, he did.
Did he make it to the end?
Yeah,
I thought he
like
tapped out like.
I don't
No,
think he beats games usually.
he was with us. He was at my house.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It doesn't sound like him.
Dude, yeah,
I know he wasn't.
He was at my house.
He helped me. He's the one who drove me home.
He was at my house, dude. We were playing with him. He didn't drive you fucking home if he was sitting on my bunk bed right
Which
behind
Bravo
me.
did you get? The heck?
Dude, the one that
Bravo
you
I
have
had that
shit
drove me
ass
home.
memory, anyways. But yeah, no, he was
Let's
at my
ask him.
house.
All right, we got a fact check up his pull up his gamer score. See when he unlocked the campaign
Nope,
achievement.
nobody's on the
There we
Xbox
go.
right now.
That's it. I think mine's still open. Yep.
It wouldn't even be on Bravo's account though, retards. It was split screen. It would have been like
Oh,
X12 1.
no, it's not. Jeez.
No, I'm telling you, he was there with us. He played Halo with us.
All right, I'm fact checking you.
Again, he wouldn't be. You're the dumbest man alive. But okay,
It's on you, on yours.
I beat it with Mark. Like, what the fuck?
Well, yeah,
Yeah, it was there with Mark.
definitely beat it with
Yeah.
me. So yeah, even if hopefully being there, it will just be
Uh,
flagged into that anyway.
Yeah.
Matt for a fact was there.
Yeah, so was Bravo. You remember because I was literally, he was right next to me, and I couldn't figure out what to call Mark, and then I was looking at Bravo to figure out what Mark's name was when he was about to die, and then you died.
Lord Cougar.
No, he had like 1,000 different names at that time. and
What was I at that time? Was I?
You were Pap Smear Panda.
Was I Pastor Panda that
Yeah,
time?
you were Pap Smear
okay.
Panda.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you weren't.
I think you're like Pabs Peanut.
Yeah, I was
And
trying to
I
figure
just
out what the
got
fuck to call
clapped.
you. No, dude, Josue was literally like sitting right next to me. You can ask him. He was right next to me. He did the co-op campaign playthrough with all three of us because we were there that night.
Mm-hmm. No, too bad we can't do that for Infinite. Thanks for 343.
Nope, we can't do that for Infinite. So let's
Fucking
go.
343.
Let's go on to the guy with like the worst memory in the world, Subitech 11. What was your topic that you wanted to bring?
Yo,
Do you remember it?
Do you remember it?
what? What were we talking about? Oh, that's right, games. Have you guys seen the trailer for
No.
Project Magnum?
So
Yeah,
we're
actually I
talking
did.
about the condom, right?
No. We're playing, talking about the game.
That's not a
Continue.
project anymore.
No, I did. I saw a cinematic trailer for Project
It's
Magnum.
pretty legit. It shows gameplay. It's a mix of gameplay and cinematicness.
Yeah, the one I saw
epicness.
was like only like a minute something long, but it does look pretty incredible.
So after a lot of thoughts, it basically seems as the game is going to be the gameplay of Destiny with the mechanics of Final Fantasy 14 and the story of the Matrix.
So we define
Where are you
mechanics of Final Fantasy
pulling
14.
all of that from?
I'm interested to see mechanics of Final Fantasy 14. What do you
And
mean
it's
by
based
that?
around a grappling hook.
The mechanics of Final
Like-
Fantasy 14.
Like an
Like-
MMO or like
the MMO RPG style, as in
I don't think
you're
it's an
doing
MMO,
the
is it?
quests and stuff, and then it's got like Destiny's ease of gameplay. You know how it's pretty fluid. It looks like it'll be a pretty fluid game, Destiny style. And then the story was definitely Matrix looking at because you're fighting aliens and crap.
so besides the story, it sounds like you described the division.
So it looks like
Not even
evil
close.
destiny is what you're saying. Instead of the light orb coming, it's a dark orb coming to fuck
Yeah, yeah.
everything up.
Pretty much.
Mm.
It looks
Fair.
like a Matrix orb. It shoots. It's got like Matrix robots coming out of it with like robotic tentacles. I don't know. It's weird.
So by Matrix, do you mean those giant sperm tentacle fucking
Heck yeah! And they
was it
jump on your
octopus?
face.
I couldn't
Was
even
octopus robots?
begin to tell you the name of what those things were.
What the heck
I
were they
mean, either
called?
die.
The machines.
I think when everyone
I thought
thinks
they
of the
just called them
Matrix,
the
they just
machines.
think of it's like Mr. Smith and Neo.
I thought they
Was it
just called
called
those
just
things the
machines?
machines. I thought that's what they
Oh,
were
they
called.
were
Was
there?
just the
I
machines.
guess.
I don't think they had like specific names, but then again, I don't know.
Harvesters.
No, regardless.
No.
So it looks like Project Magnum, at first glance, it appears to be inspired by Destiny, but other than the idea of unlocking powerful new abilities and co-op teams taking on legions of enemies, what appears to be an all-powerful giant golf ball in the sky. It's a third-person PvE action game, co-op. Yeah, so it kind of looks like a Destiny. I see what he's saying there, but
Sentinels.
Sentinels. There you go. Thank
Yep.
you.
Anyways, continue.
But yeah, so this just looks like Destiny, like a third-person Destiny, basically. A third-person Destiny with some pretty giant monsters, ability building, all that. It looks pretty incredible.
Also, the creators of Final Fantasy are with that. Nexon.
So, wait, who's the developer of this game?
Nexon.
Nexon.
the creators of Final Fantasy.
They aren't the creators
14.
of Final Fantasy.
Not creators, but
They're also
like-
not the creators of Final Fantasy 14. They worked on Final Fantasy 14, but they
There
did
you
not
go.
create Final Fantasy 14. They also
Yeah,
worked on
that-
Counter-Strike Online, but they didn't create Counter-Strike Online. So
not create. I mean, like one of those
They-
co-studios that work alongside them.
They were in the
Or-
room when they were making
Yeah,
it.
they're in the
walking
same
by
room when they're
the office
making
tour.
it.
They were in the
looks pretty
Square
good.
Enix office tour when they were.
I guess I feel like it might be a problem though, being only PS4 and PS5.
That was only a PS5 exclusive.
I feel
Or
like
PS4. That's
maybe if
interesting.
PlayStation gets certified more with PC stuff, like they might plan in the future, maybe that kind of game would be on the PC too.
What do you mean
or
by
Netflix.
certified more with PC? What do you mean by that?
it says right here, Project Magnum is set to come out on PS5 and PC.
Where the heck do you see that?
I'm reading an article on
I mean, I even heard
VG247.
them say
Here's our
PS5,
first look.
PS4.
Here's our
PlayStation.
first look at Project Magnum, Nexon's PS5 and PC looter shooter.
It literally only says platforms, PS5, PS4.
I'm 100% reading an article. If you just type in the fucking game's name, it
Me
comes up.
too. 100%.
Yeah,
We got Subi facts right here.
Subi facts are fucking trash. Project Magnum will be coming out on PS4, PS5, and PC. No release dates are currently known. The
Yeah,
centerpiece of
even-
the trailer, though, is undoubtedly huge enemies that a squad of players tasked with taking down the blah, 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 blah. Project Magnum is a looter shooter for what looks to be 4 players and entirely PvE. On the outside of the action combat, it looks to have a few moments abilities like a grappling hook. Square
heard that,
Enix to
Game
help with
Informer?
Korean launches
You're
of
wrong.
their online games like Final Fantasy 14. So yeah, it is coming for PC. It is a PlayStation exclusive console-wise, but it is coming to PC.
You heard the
Yeah.
man, Game Informer. You're wrong.
Yeah, Game Informer
I was like-
probably.
One article that hey, we got Games Radar that says PC and PlayStation.
Yeah, the 6 Access that says PC and PlayStation.
that's good then.
VG247 that says PC and PlayStation.
Yeah, the 6 Axis was literally a PlayStation website.
The
saying
twin-
it's for-
Well, hold on. There's more. Twin Infinite says coming to PS5, PS4, and PC.
Screen Rant. It says
Screen
PlayStation
Rant,
and
yeah.
PC.
Yeah, you're a fucking idiot. Games
F
Radar.
yeah.
Hold on. Games
That's
Radar
good.
right here. Games Radar. The working titled project is coming to PC and PlayStation.
So have you seen
I'm
the
on
movie
fucking Games
Spider-Man?
Radar. The one he just said it was only coming to PlayStation. You
Yeah,
fucking idiot.
Spider-Man trailer is pretty cool.
You didn't even read.
So you're saying
Get
you're
on-
not going to play it?
No,
Get on
I'm
City
going to
Facts.
play it. I'm definitely going to play it. I just
Probably
you got to
going to
get
be
the facts
released
right.
in holidays next year.
Probably, and again, it's trying to capture the
Oh,
light
so-
of. It's trying to capture the light of Destiny. Everybody wants
So
to
it's
capture
a
that
Korean
Destiny.
developer? Oh,
Yeah,
it's going to be grindy
yeah.
as shit.
It's gonna be fucking super grindy.
Who knows? Maybe next year that's going to be their time.
I don't think you've ever
I
played a Korean
mean-
game.
I
What
guess
else? What
Genshin
other-
isn't a good game.
Genshin Impact's a good game.
It doesn't make it any less grindy.
doesn't make it any
I don't
less
think
grindy.
Genshin's even. I don't think Genshin's even grindy. I think. I
There
don't
you
know, I
go.
already played Genshin.
Regardless, it does look like
well,
it's one of those
here's
games.
the thing:
that's-
Genshin's a gacha game. This is going to be an MMO.
Yeah, this is an
That's two
MMO.
difference.
Exactly.
The MMOs, like, was it Black Desert? Isn't that a Korean MMO?
Super grindy.
Super grindy.
That's a good
Wasn't
game.
fucking Shia a Korean
Just has
MMO?
bad story.
Yeah, that was grindy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shia if that's still around.
Yeah. No,
Black
that's
Desert was more entertaining.
it's it just looks like it's trying to capture that Destiny like fucking gameplay where it's like the looter shooter. I don't know why
Everyone's still
everybody
chasing.
still is trying to chase the looter shooter. Just give it up, man. Like that's Destiny's ball game. Like that's their shit. That nobody's really been able to capture what Destiny did again.
Everyone's tried. Division tried and they failed. Outriders tried and they just kind of became quiet and obsolete.
Yeah, because it was free, man. It was free. There wasn't really any content after the first little bit. It just
Mhm.
there's no point of
Avengers
Outriders.
tried. Everyone's trying that looter shooter that Destiny created, and
And
Yeah.
I get it. Like the idea is really cool. I love the looter shooter idea. I wish it was there was
Mhm.
more, very well made ones except for Destiny, but there's not.
Mhm.
And I don't think you're going to capture that again. There's too many people that are just going to stick by Destiny.
I wonder what they're going to do because I feel like
What?
they're on like a thin line on kind of being done with their Destiny 2 series.
No, I think, did you know? I think they had a whole little thing, I think the day before Microsoft,
Yeah,
or
they
I think the
did.
day of Microsoft, they have an hour-long thing about the Witch Queen.
Yeah,
There,
exactly.
and, then,
Yeah.
and then they have the Lightfall, and they even expansions beyond that.
Jeez.
I think
Yeah.
this
They're
this
gonna
is the
stretch
end
that
of
out
their.
another, like 2 years.
I think this is the end of their. They're getting close to the end of their light versus dark, I guess, storyline, and then they'll continue on after that.
Yeah, and I don't know, didn't they somehow at some point mention like they weren't planning on making a D3? They were just continuously
Yeah.
supporting D2. I think D2 has just
Pretty
now become
much.
the support game in the platform. I mean, because they got rid of the entire story of fucking D2. Like,
I think
the
eventually
normal
they're just
story.
probably just they're probably just gonna drop it, drop Destiny 2, and just call it Destiny from that
Yeah,
point
I
on.
was
Which
gonna
is
say,
what they
maybe
should do.
Just do
That's
that.
probably will.
That
Just
would work
rebrand
really
it.
well.
it's just a service game now, basically. So I mean, which is great. I think what they're doing there is cool. I just can't play it alone. I don't really like that game unless I play with you
I
guys.
heard that you can't even play the original campaign anymore.
That's what I'm saying. They
Nope,
dropped
that's been taken
D2
out.
like completely.
It's like the
Last
original
year?
story is like gone.
Yeah, I think they did that when they got rid of a lot of the planets.
Yeah,
They
so
got
if
rid of
you
the original story.
played the original Destiny 2 story, like you're part of history, man. Like,
Yeah.
you played something that nobody else
You
played.
played the Red War campaign. You were there when
Yep.
the tower
I
fell.
was there.
You were there when Zavala got his fucking ass whooped multiple times.
Oh my god, yeah. He showed us what the Vanguard's really about.
Oh, fuck you, Zavala. You suck ass.
He's like,
Couldn't even
I
hold
am
your
a
own.
Titan, a bitch ass
I'm
Titan.
all about the hunters.
I mean, I'm intrigued by the next little installment where I guess now you're going against the sister of one of the big bad hive gods, and I guess now they're resurrecting. Or now the hive have light powers.
Well, yeah, that's because
So now that you casting
Savathun.
your supers on you.
Yeah, Savathun stole the light, so now she has light
Oh,
powers
that's gonna be funny.
and the other ability. Yeah,
They now, I think the hive now have ghost.
yeah, exactly.
So
So
they
it's
get their
gonna be
own supers
interesting.
and resurrect. So they're going, and I think they're introducing weapon crafting
There you
in the
go.
next big expansion.
Yeah, I think what they've really done is kind of one along the lines of like Warframe, because Warframe used to be kind of trying to be what they were doing, and then Warframe just went all out, man. I mean, there's open world now. You can fucking fish, which apparently solidifies a fucking game, but like, but like you could do all. They did it pretty well in Warframe. It's just very fucking grindy on that one too.
I think a lot of these developers are trying to capture that Destiny magic. Is realize that Destiny in its first couple years on both Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, it was kind of a struggle. It had its moments where it's kind of like, really, this is what you're coming out with? And they just kind of kept through it. A lot of these games do it, and then they have their dry spell, and then they're like, okay, well, we're not going to come back from that, and just give up on the game. So
Yeah,
I think as long as they keep up with it and stick with it, they might have a chance. I mean, Avengers, for all the shit it's getting, it's still trying. I mean, it has
think
both feet in the grave, but it's still trying.
Yeah, it definitely picked up a little bit with this whole Black Panther release. A lot of people started playing it for that. Which the Black Panther release looks pretty interesting. I don't know why Bravo keeps texting me. He's like, "Hey, you coming over?" It's like I literally said we were filming. Like, but I said it in multiple chats that we're filming, so I'm not gonna come over there and drink. But yeah, no, the whole looter shooter is a great idea. If somebody can capture that would be awesome. I'm hoping that maybe Project Magnum can do it, but
I don't know. It's that grindy Korean MMO. That's going to turn off a lot of people.
That's my major concern about it. Is it is a grindy Korean MMO. Another major concern about it is, and I'm gonna go into my topic pretty soon. But as far as games that excel graphically, that have online components, I feel like they spend all their time and effort on the graphics. So, like going into my topic is I wanted to bring. I think the game is called like DokeV or DokeV. I don't know what the V for. That game, obviously, it's an MMO. It looks incredible graphically and artistically. So incredible.
Spell that.
DokeV.
V, yeah.
Yeah,
DokeV, Pearl Abyss.
Yeah,
it's coming out for like every system.
It's coming out for like every system. It looks like an open world MMO fucking Pokemon game. The art looks insane. The graphics look insane. So just like Project Magnum, you have two graphic powerhouse games, and then, like, what's the content going to be like? Are they spending all the time and effort and money on that? Because you look at games like NGS, right? Phantasy Star NGS. graphical powerhouse. And it's hard to believe that Phantasy Star is a graphical powerhouse, but for fuck's sake, it takes some incredible shit to run that fucking game at max settings. But there's zero content. There's nothing to do in that game. So is Project Magnum and is DokeV or whatever going to be the same type of thing where they just blow their fucking load on the graphics and the art and the design and the world itself, but then there's fucking nothing to do in it.
That game's graphics are definitely interesting, though.
Yeah, it looks incredible.
I like it.
So I don't know. This article just came out recently, but I guess DokeV had its genre change right now. It's no longer an MMO.
Oh, well, that's a fucking...
It's now an open world action adventure game with no confirmation of any multiplayer elements.
See,
like
that worries me right there. They don't even know what they don't even know what the fuck they want to be.
DokeV is like South Korean Pokemon.
Yeah, we already knew it was like
Black
Pokemon.
Desert.
We already knew it was like Pokemon. Just the thing
South
was
Korean one.
Yeah, dude, it doesn't matter which Korea it comes from.
Yes, it does.
But it doesn't.
Not North.
You're an
I
idiot.
don't know if they
Anyways,
even make any games.
they don't. But regardless, we all knew it was a Pokemon game already if you actually watch Gamescom, but you apparently didn't. Everybody knew it was a Pokemon game, but it had said that it was an MMO. They came out and said that it was like an MMO.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
now that it's an
no
open
longer an
world,
MMO.
now that it's an open world, and that just them changing like that right there, that worries me. Completely worries me. I feel like they're just gonna be like fucking Wukong, that game that's apparently in the mix.
yeah.
I feel like it's just a fucking myth.
Actually, I saw there was like a boss battle gameplay or something where you fought like a giant dragon like ice or something
Well,
like
yeah,
that.
there is, but I mean, we've seen plenty of gameplay like that, and then all of a sudden the game just disappears off the face of the earth. And this one just looks too good to be true. Same with DokeV or however you say it, DokeV.
I like DokeV.
It looks great. I want to try it. But again, how much content is it going to have? Every game that we see that's becomes like a graphical powerhouse, at least recently, it just has no content. It's got
Especially
nothing to do.
It's going to be open world. There's no way. It's one of those things where we're going to see like the nice, beautiful initial teaser trailer for it. Think, wow, this game looks beautiful. And then it's going to actually come out and be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. There's no way the open world graphics can handle that.
I mean, you look at these games that have tried to come out being graphical powerhouses. Okay, so you look at Cyberpunk, total flop. And there was nothing to do. Once the game did get fixed, there's still nothing to do. It was great to look at. There's still nothing to do. You look at
pretty empty.
Yeah, you look at Phantasy Star NGS. It has been out for several months. There is zero to do unless you want to hunt the same fucking Giga Monster over and over and over and over. There is nothing to do. Graphics, fantastic looking. World looks amazing. You know, you have to have like a fucking 2080 Ti GPU just to fucking run this thing. And you have to have like an i9 10900 or something. You have to have some pretty good specs just to fucking max out this thing. But there's nothing to do it. Fantasy Star. But there's nothing to do. So it's like, are we going to see more of that in this DokeV game or the DokeV or whatever the fuck it's called? Or are we going to see another game that is awesome, open world, looks fantastic, but there's nothing to do?
Either nothing to do or just a completely glitchy or buggy mess.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
just gonna get rid of it on, say, hey, this game never existed. Nice try though.
And the
I'm
fact that it is a
surprised.
Korean fucking developer, I mean,
Yeah, the people who did Black Desert. I thought they announced like last year there was like some other Crimson Desert game or something. I thought that was in the same realm as Black Desert, like a sequel to Black Desert, and then I don't see anything about that anymore.
thing about Black Desert, man, is like it looks great. It's super grindy, just like any Korean game. And that's kind of worrisome about maybe it's a good thing that they're trying to move away from the MMO and trying to just have this open world action adventure game. But
yeah, I guess they're working on something else called Crimson Desert, which is the same thing. I guess it's still a thing. And they're trying to do this game too. Like, I mean, more power to them.
I don't know, man. I feel like one of the games is going to get the attention it needs, and the other game isn't. The other game is just going to be kind of left in the dirt. But like, I don't know how big the Pearl Abyss's fucking studio is or anything like that. So,
Looks like they actually did have an announcement on Crimson Desert saying, I guess they need more time to for more ideas and stuff on this. I guess they're gonna delay the game until further notice. So yeah, I think they kind of put Crimson Desert aside and said, you know what, let's go to the Pokemon route. Let's get
Would you look
DokeV
at
up
that?
in here.
AZ Bravo completed the fucking Reach campaign on normal mode 10/5/2010.
Well, we didn't do normal. We did legendary.
I don't know. He probably had that too. Well, again, he was at my house. He wasn't on his console. He was on mine. So he was an X12-1. He wasn't a AZ Bravo because his profile was never on my console. So he probably didn't get credit for it, but then he probably went back and redid it. Regardless, he was
Subi,
fucking
you're
there.
trying to fact check.
Well, Subi doesn't
Legendary.
have that very good,
Well, I
very
just
good
looked
memory.
at it.
No, we beat it on Legendary, and he was there. Dude, he was. Like, Paps even remembers him. He was on the mic. He was right there with us. No, Subi just doesn't have it. He couldn't even fucking remember if that game was coming out for PS5 only. So, you can't trust it. It's not. It's coming out for PC as well.
Pretty much PS4, PS5, PC. All the P's.
FPC.
PC's the best, man. All the P's. But yeah, as far as Doki goes, I'm a little bit excited for that. A little bit concerned now that we heard that news just now, but still a little bit excited. I think it looks fun. I really hope there is some kind of online component, not massively multiplayer online, but like a nice like 4-player co-op would be pretty cool.
We probably won't see anything more about that for like another like 2 years anyway.
That's gonna be like way the fuck out there. By that time, I'm
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that NGS will be a fully fleshed out game. I mean, I know a lot of people are saying you just gotta give it time. There needs to be content. It's like no, dude. They should have had a roadmap, and they do have a roadmap. The roadmap just contains 0 content. So like, they should have had a roadmap that had content, and that's all they fucking needed.
I like.
It's a roadmap saying we got nothing.
No, their roadmap that came out after the game release basically said that on this month we're going to release this quest line and this class, and then the next section was going to be this next class, and I think like one more big enemy. But there was really nothing on there. They released the defense quest, which was the same quest that we did in fucking PSO2, which is not hard at all. All you do is just raid through the enemies, and that's it. There's nothing else to it. They released the Braver class, which sucks, because it's more of like a fucking utility class, and there's like barely any deeps with it. I don't know. It just sucks ass. It's boring as fuck, too.
Honestly, I think
they minimized all the classes, too.
If you're releasing an MMO at this day and age, you need to be coming out with content when you're coming out against the likes of WoW and Final Fantasy.
When you're, especially Final Fantasy being so fucking popular, like what it is now. I mean, there's celebrities now moving to Final Fantasy. So, like, I follow some on Instagram, and they're all posting their fucking characters and shit. Or like, there was that girl that was in that Fear Street movie or that series of movies on Netflix. And she's like a level 57 something. I forgot which class she is, but she's like she's almost level 60.
Gosh, I gotta Google this.
Yeah, can't find her.
Guess what world she's on.
Julie Rehwald. She's a Dragoon.
Does it have a world server there?
No, I'm not stalking her. I'm just, what the fuck? Like, you sound a little too excited there, pal.
Oh god, maybe she's on Coral.
No, she's cute, and she was really good in Fear Street. I liked her in that, and that's the only place I ever knew her from was Fear Street. But she is on
So all the more reason why NGS or any MMO at this point needs to be ready with the content.
Oh, easily, dude. Like, you can't come out with an MMO and just be like, look at the graphics on this thing, because it doesn't matter, man. I mean, people are going to Final Fantasy where the graphics don't even look that great. I mean, this is a game that came out in like fucking 2012 or something.
Oh yeah, came out a long time ago.
Yeah,
2011, 2012.
Yeah, exactly. You have to be able to compete with these things, because everybody's going to compare them to that game when they shouldn't, because Phantasy Star has always been kind of like a hybrid MMO where it's not really an MMO because there's no classes or anything. I mean, there's no real classes. Like, there's a class, but there's not any specific class, if you get what I'm saying. There's like no DPS, there's no tank. Yeah, there's no DPS, there's no tank, there's no healer. Everybody's just a fucking DPS. And I've seen people on the game that try to make their class into like roles. They're like, oh, well, I have this one ability, so I'm a tank, or like I can. It's like, no, dude, shut the fuck up. Everything's a DPS on this fucking game. Just wear the enemy down. That's all you got to do. Just hit it.
Hit it till it dies and don't get hit.
You have 4 buttons. You have 4 fucking skills on that game, and there's people trying to make it into like fucking role type based MMO. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You're a loser. There's 4 fucking skills, dude. 4 fucking skills. You use like 3 of them. That's it.
I think the only thing that's kind of really keeping Phantasy Star or NGS going is that it's like really the only Xbox MMO. So I think that's what they kind of coast off of.
Black Desert's on there.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
There's more people on Black Desert than there is on fucking Phantasy Star. I can tell you that.
Isn't it more expensive to play that game on console?
No, it's free.
I think Black Desert has a lot of like I'd say pay to win mechanics more so than Phantasy Star.
Phantasy Star has fucking fashion mechanics.
Fashion, yeah.
Yeah, it's buy for the fashion. Black Desert.
And Black Desert's just pay to win stuff. You can like boost yourself and all that.
Win.
But Phantasy Star, it's like if you just want to look good and have the coolest emote, which you will. Like, there's nobody that's gonna go on that game and say, "Well, I don't need that. I'm not gonna spend this money." Or I'm not going to fucking grind out and get Masetta to buy that thing. Yes, you are. Because it looks cool, okay? Yeah, you totally are. Especially when they collab with some of your coolest games out there. Like they did the Persona 5 and Persona 4 collaboration and stuff. I mean, it's just, you're going to do it.
I don't even know what you're humming there. What song are you trying to hum there?
Is it about his topic?
Are you doing Last Surprise? Like...
He's fucking trying.
Final Fantasy fight song?
I like Golden, the music for Golden, whatchamacallit. That was like my ringtone for
surprised you haven't played it.
Well, I got a new phone, and so every time it would like start playing, and I would just sit there with a smile, like, yes.
Golden is my favorite.
Shit,
persona,
I need to answer this.
I love it. So yeah, Blizz.
That was spot on. We're gonna get DMCA'd.
No, we're not. Blizz.
Yes.
We're kind of moving into the final. Hold up. We're moving into the final and most amazing person in this chat here, and one that has a topic that is nowhere near video games or nerd stuff, but it is it's one that we all should know. So Blizz, take it away here.
See, I will take it away, but first I want to let you know the movie I was talking about is called AI, Artificial Intelligence.
Okay, so I've never seen this movie.
The one with that little boy?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
never seen the movie, and I was explaining it to him, and he's like, I don't know what that is. I was like, but it's so cool. He's like, yeah, I've never seen that shit. I'm like, damn, I can't really explain something if you haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Fair enough. So yes, my topic is about biodiversity in the forests in North America. So one of the things that is happening in the world is that wild bees are going extinct.
Can I just, Paps? I know you're smiling right now. So, anyways, keep going.
The reason I believe this is a topic that I need to bring up, and I feel is a good topic, is because there's a lot of people who are bringing in honeybees to farm honey and pollinate flowers. But turns out they are not the best pollinators. They want to work from like midday to about like evening. There are different types of bees who are specifically pretty much born, nature's made to pollinate different flowers. There are set bees that are like blue and they're cute and fuzzy. And those are the ones who pollinate beets and like different type of like carrot, almost like root plants that you wouldn't expect. And now that we are pretty much using more normal honeybees in this situation, it is one killing off other colonies because they have diseases that other bees are not equipped to handle. On top of that, they're sucking up all the goddamn fucking what's that stuff called nectar out of the flowers, which is then giving less food for other bees.
And bees.
Yes, yes, there are at least 200 or 20,000 species, different species of bees. And they all do different things that you wouldn't expect that we needed, but we do. Biodiversity in like a lot of areas is on the decline. If you've noticed, you don't hear birds singing anymore, crickets chirping, you don't hear frogs, you don't hear anything.
Okay, wait.
It's silent outside.
I
Continue.
um I don't think there's very many frogs here in Arizona, so we would never hear them
Yeah.
in general. I hear crickets. I don't know.
Yeah, good amount.
Yeah, I hear a good amount of crickets. Birds, totally agree with you on that. But however, okay, just keep going before yeah, keep going. What else did you want to
If
say?
you have questions,
No, I mean,
ask.
I more or less have. I don't know where the facts are getting pulled from here. That's
I know.
that's more like my
So-
thing because I've never seen a blue bee in my life, and as far as I just
haven't?
looked up, I don't know if you have either because I think you were just on drugs. Look,
no,
I-
it's not the drugs, I promise.
Here's the thing, Ajon. I totally agree that we should all be more eco-friendly and such. However, there's some things like I just looked up how are beets pollinated, and something said they're pollinated by wind. So there's no bee involved in that process. I also looked up how many species of
It's called
bees
the
there are.
Orchard Mason blue bee.
I looked up how many
Go ahead.
species of bees there are, and there's 20,000 known bee species. That is kind of a
Yes,
far cry from
20,000.
236,000 that
That's
you were
why I
trying
said 200. What?
Okay, so what's that bee called? The blue bee?
Yeah, it says the beets are pollinated by wind or self-pollinating.
Yeah, exactly. What's that bee
Let's
called? The blue
see.
bee.
I just said it. I wish I could remember
Blue
what I
bee.
said.
It says
It's
beets
called
and
Orchard Mason bee.
Oh, it is blue.
Yes.
Holy shit! Yeah, I've never seen
it
that.
said
Yeah,
beets
this motherfucker's
include.
cute.
Wait, you said so? Honeybees don't
They
pollinate
do.
beets.
They
Or
can.
No,
don't.
they pollinate just about every flower that they can get to, but
Mhm.
because they're not equipped to do that, they end up not pretty much they get kind of lazy. They go in there, they drink the honey, and then they bring it back. Well, there's other bees who will go to different flowers, which would even sometimes make new species of flowers or whatnot. But they don't do that anymore because they don't have the room. It's
So-
because
so-
people are using honeybees,
So what are
overusing honeybees.
What are you suggesting that the world does about this problem of?
I already know one that they're already doing.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's
what are you
see if you know.
suggesting that we? How do we help the wind pollinate the beets? And yeah, what are you suggesting that we do?
Well, I would suggest
Okay.
that we build more forests with a higher biodiversity of, different plants, trees, and stuff.
Hold on.
Just to,
We build forests.
yes, build forests, go plant some shit. Because there's areas where it's
Oh,
just
Mr.
grass.
Beast already did that. Did you ever see that? Keep up with that? Mr. Beast, everyone who donates $1, they plant one tree.
Yes, but we need more.
Yeah, but that a
Because
lot
our
of
food
places
source
do
will
that, and they
run
don't
out
actually fucking
eventually.
plant a tree.
Well,
Right,
in answer
so
to your
my
question for
question-
that, you're already doing. They're already doing that now. Cities
I know.
are already having like cultural rooftops, basically. Like the future is all the cityscape areas are going to have rooftops of green, basic. Like,
I don't know about
little
all.
greenhouses.
I highly
Well,
doubt
like
that there's a
California
lot
already
of-
does it.
Well,
Chicago does it.
California does a lot of things that are progressive that a lot of the world doesn't agree with. So I mean, I'm not saying I don't agree with it, but I'm saying that it would be very hard pressed to get people like in
York
Texas
does
or in
it.
fucking here in Arizona or something like that. That you can't even get motherfuckers out here to put fucking solar panels on their roof. So yeah, you can't even get people to change over. Yeah, you can't even get people to change over to electric cars. So you're talking about it. The world's not going a direction that it's going to refuse to go.
I'm gonna tell you this: it'll take damn near dying for them to want to move towards doing something that is productive.
There's a lot of people in the world, especially in the generation above ours, that are not thinking progressively, and they don't want to advance. They want everything to be the same as it always was. So it's going to be a few generations before anything changes like that. I know Bill Gates is making a fucking smart city over here in Buckeye. So
what the?
Yeah, how are you fucking not?
Like, I'm moving.
It's like you don't even you probably couldn't afford to live there, but it's gonna be very expensive to live there, and there's no cars allowed that take gasoline in that fucking city.
I don't want to live in anything Bill Gates owns.
I would. Sounds fucking sick.
He turned his shit into water so you could drink his shit. What else?
Look, I mean, I kind of get your point, Blizz, and I do wish we lived in a more progressive world that utilized the planet's resources and everything to its fullest potential. That way we would be able to get to a level 1 society. We're at a level 0 right now. If you even know what that means, we're at a level 0. We're not going to get there anytime soon.
We haven't even left our planetary solar system.
No, it doesn't mean that at all. It just means that we're not using our planet's natural energy and resources to its fullest potential, to where we could do stuff like that. Once we leave and we start using other things, then we become a level 2 and etc. But regardless,
great words of Elon Musk.
It wasn't Elon Musk. That was actually Michio Kaku, but that's fine.
I would like to, at least progress to a level 1 society. That would be nice.
We won't be seeing that.
Yeah, that's probably like another 300 years from now.
I know.
Yeah.
Star Trek looks so wonderful.
That is like a level 4 society. That's several hundreds of thousands of years from now, with the rate we're going.
Yeah, like 1,000, 2,000.
No, but regardless of the facts, I like your enthusiasm, Blizz. You got about 98% of your information wrong, but
the blue bees are real.
The blue bees are real. The blue bees are real. However, beets are not pollinated by fucking bees. There is not over 200,000 species. So anybody that does know a lot about different species of Blizz, get with yeah, well, you've got me so confused here.
If they do know.
Regardless, anybody out there that has any information on bees and vegetables and pollination of different vegetables and flowers, whatever, send it over to Blizz here. Send it to our channel so we can give it to Blizz here, and he can continue on his journey with the natural biodiversity and natural advancement of the planet. I think he's got a good heart. I think just he's got a very active imagination, and the weed kicks in sometimes.
I actually haven't smoked for like a good 2 weeks now.
The fucking Molly kicks in sometimes.
I didn't have Molly either for a good 2 weeks now either.
The atmosphere.
He's getting high off of something.
Nothing.
The atmosphere pressure is a little low.
I think you're just getting high off of like life. I think you just breathe and all of a sudden you're high.
I don't get depressed anymore. I don't feel lonely anymore. I'm
fucking good for you. The rest of us over here all suicidal and lonely and shit.
Hey, I'm trying to help you motherfuckers.
Well, then fucking help me. Fuck's sake.
I'm trying. You got to believe in the blue bees.
Look, I believe in you. I don't know. I mean, I know the blue bees are real, but I'm not going to put any belief system in them. But yeah, they're real.
No belief system in them. They're just cute.
Hey, Paps, what do you have to say about Blizz's thing that he...
I'm still wondering where the fuck all this came from.
So, I'm going to tell you, literally all day, I sit and watch YouTube and research different things on biodiversity, spirituality, esoteric stuff, and
Rengoku?
A lot of spirituality. And I find that the majority of it is interesting. Did you know that, like, dirt that has, like, how do I put this? When you grow crops, you have, like, your corn, right? And if you keep growing corn on that same spot without having a cover crop or something to help the soil pretty much make more carbon-based fertilizer shit for it, that you won't be able to grow anything on there. So like the Dust Bowl happened and nobody was able to grow shit because they didn't understand what the fuck was going on.
See, like, I believe
And
you and I don't believe you at the same time because I don't know how accurate the facts
look
are
up the Dust
on
Bowl
any
real quick. We're
Well,
here.
you
Just
do
go
that in
ahead.
Farming Simulator. You have to graze your fields like after each crop.
So Subby knows more about farming. I'm just kidding. It's Farming Simulator 2017.
Yeah, I played
So
that.
what I'm saying is, if there's no once again, diversity, if you don't have like a cover crop, and then you chop it up and put that stuff over the ground and let it like pretty much soak in, because there's lots of microbes in the dirt. The dirt's made up of, I don't want to say millions, but they said it would take about 6 years to count all the microbes in just a little clump of it. So I don't know how many
Yeah,
fucking microbes
and
is
I don't
what.
even know.
But
I don't even know how much of this is like
real, true.
I know one thing
It's
that Brondo
interesting.
doesn't work on that.
Brondo.
Yeah, Brondo. That's what plants crave.
Electrolytes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just pour some Gatorade on it. And pour some Pedialyte down the fucking roots of
That's
the
what
tree.
started the Dust Bowl, from what I heard, was Brondo.
Oh, gross.
I just feel like
And
both of you are on some
pesticides.
conspiracy theory
Pesticides are
stuff
also
right now.
fucking up animals and
Oh,
everything too.
I think, yeah, I'd imagine pesticides do that. Paps, how you doing? How you doing down there?
Well, I feel
A lot of knowledge
enlightened.
you took in, huh?
I feel
I feel enlightened.
I feel like, I don't know if I feel enlightened. I feel like somebody came up to me and put like a light bulb that's about to die, but then there's a bigger light bulb that's like solar powered that makes me want to figure out why that other light bulb is dying. Considering I don't know how much of it is real. I'm going to trust you because I trust you, but at the same time I don't really trust you. Like,
So, one of the things I would like to do eventually in my lifetime is be able to turn a desert into, I don't know, forested area.
You do know
I
that
feel.
less of like humanity's thing. That's more of like just the climate and region.
yeah, I mean, good luck turning this desert out here into like a forest area.
Yeah, jungle.
I know.
You
trust
realize
me,
it would have to
that'll be
like
hard to do.
rain, and there's
You changed the
certain types of
entire
trees.
climate
And
atmosphere. You might like end our world doing that.
I
Hey,
feel like
we're gonna fuck around and find out
you
then.
definitely can't plant anything out here that the jungle has.
Yeah.
No, it would have to be like slowly done over a period of time. I've watched multiple things on people just, they had this area was all pretty much desert, and they plant all these different trees and made an entire.
Define desert. Like,
Yeah.
are you saying like?
I'm
I mean, they
talking
could just have
about
an
it was just
empty
straight
yard.
They could have an empty lot of
mountains,
like sand or dirt, and then,
mountains, and maybe a little patch of grass here and there.
dude,
That's all they had.
I'm gonna
there's a
I'm gonna
forest
lay
there.
it out to you like this. If Arizona could have been a jungle, it'd have been a jungle already.
Yeah.
So,
When you can drive from Mesa to Flagstaff and go from like true desert to like an actual kind of foresty place, then
yeah,
yes.
a very thin
Fun
forest.
Yes, there's a
foresty.
reason.
Yeah, there's a reason why there is a forest here. There's different biomes here. There's definitely a reason why there's not a jungle biome here and not an Antarctic an Antarctic
Or
biome.
Amazon.
I said a forested area.
Bro,
just some
let me
trees.
put it another way too. It rained more
work.
in this monsoon season than it did in the last 2 years here. And that's not even a lot of rain.
That's true.
That's
I know when I
still-
was down there, it like rained while I was there. You guys were like, "What the fuck is that?" It's
No, I
raining.
mean just this year, it has rained within this past like 2 months more than it rained within the last 2 years. Like
It's because
there's a patch
happening
of
from my
desert
arrival.
by my fucking house, and it is now all green. There's grass and there's little trees and bushes and
There you
stuff
go.
like
Your
that.
wish came true.
No, because it's not a
Yeah,
jungle. It's not a jungle.
But give or
It's just
take,
I-
but give or take in 1 month time when we don't
that's
get
gonna
enough
die.
rain for the
Yeah, all
next
that
like
shit's gonna
year,
die.
when it doesn't rain for the next 10 months,
Yeah,
then we're
exactly.
back to our good old desert.
Yeah, again, there's a reason why this
Blizz,
is.
I don't think you're gonna be like in Death Valley planting little saplings and thinking they're gonna grow up to be
It gets
little
like
mighty oak
135
trees.
degrees
Yeah.
in Death Valley.
It's like crazy hot out there.
You cannot retain water out there.
Oh, I know. See, I've just been, looking up little different things on how to grow
Listen, Blizz,
like
the moment
food
that
and
you
different
start,
stuff
listen,
in
Blizz,
desert areas.
the moment
Bless your heart.
I bless your heart, but the moment that you like literally start floating around and just planting fucking trees, like with some kind of mystical powers or something, call me, because by that time you could do anything. So I'm gonna hit you up.
Moment you wake
I
up
have a
and you
show
be.
for you. I have a show for you that you should watch then. If you're so interested in it, you should watch Zac Efron's Down to Earth on
Oh, yeah,
Netflix.
it's a very good show. Very good show.
Really good and very informative, and all like you're like in the zones with him. He shows everything in detail.
Yeah, that show is very good. It's very informative. I've learned a lot from that show that I probably will never use, but it's still a good show. It's a
Change
good
the way I
show.
drink water.
I mean, I guess, but it is a good show regardless. I'd watch it if I was you, Blizz. He's very on board with what you're saying. I think he's a little bit more accurate, and his partner is a little bit more accurate of expectations and
Probably
science.
got PhDs.
Yeah, Zac Efron does not have a PhD, but he's definitely.
He's
got
learning it the same
PhDs,
way as you
got
are.
Google.
Google and YouTube degrees.
I think you should probably watch that show and then find the people that help him out on that show to kind of get real facts, because I don't know what you're looking at.
Blizz facts and
Yeah.
facts here.
I
Yeah.
love the show stuff.
It is a good show. It definitely opened
I
my
am
mind to a lot of
starving.
things, but I don't think.
Blizz, when you wake up one day and you somehow became Captain Planet, you can plant trees in the Sahara Desert. Please do. Call me and let me know.
Yeah, call me, because then if you're Captain Planet, you could like make money and shit or whatever the fuck you could do. Just like call me.
Turn you into a tree. You into a tree.
I don't want to be a tree.
You into fucking.
I don't want to
tree.
live in Lord of the Rings
Yeah, I would love to live in Lord of the Rings. What are you
I
talking
would
about?
love
That'd be
to
so
be
cool.
as a tree.
No, not as the tree, but as like, fuck, I'd be an orc. I don't care. I'll be Smeagol. Like, just put me in that world.
Give it to me raw.
An orc? After that.
Just put me in that shit. If I was Smeagol, I'd fucking be living in a cave, eating fucking fish and talking to myself. I mean, no different than what I do now.
I'd rather be part of the elves. The elves seem kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, the elves,
I've always been down with
I'm
the
just
elves.
talking about, I would get into that world. If the worst case scenario, I would totally be Smeagol. He's alone. He's fucking sad. He's talking to himself. It sounds like my life right now. Nothing would change. I'd just be in a fantasy
He's
world.
not talking to himself.
Oh, he's talking to
himself.
Yeah, sure. But yeah. Anyways, that was whoever it does listen to this, please go check your own facts if you want to get on board with helping the environment and progressing Earth.
Please help Blizz write his thesis on how to
Yeah,
save bees and plant trees in a desert.
Help Blizz understand, maybe, and actually don't listen to what he said. Listen to the idea, because his heart is in the right place.
Yeah.
But go look up real facts on Google. You have a computer in your pocket at all times, and
We're
go
all
get with the
gonna
right
go.
groups. Go to Facebook. There's groups like this where people meet up and they talk about this kind of stuff, and they throw events and everything. So that's a good way to do it.
Also, I want to add, coming soon will be podcast on what we call Voyages of Yesterday.
Yeah, if you enjoyed Blizz's whatever that was, you will be able to enjoy him talking about more of what's on his mind, and me and Papsmere Panda here just sitting in awe and having our constructive criticism. So, anyways, I think that's all the time we had. My brain is like completely fucked right now. There's no way I can think of anything else. So, everybody, thanks for joining us this week. We'll be back with you guys next week. Drink your MAW Energy, and we will see you next time. We love you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye.